Launch sequence initiated. Clearance verified. Passcode accepted. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Nerd Nuke. Hey guys, welcome to the Nerd Nuke. This is our 6th episode, and guess what? Cajun's back. Woo!
Yes. Oh my god, the horror that was QuakeCon, not so much. It was awesome.
The horror that was QuakeCon, really.
Oh man,
Okay.
it was a blast. It was awesome sauce.
Good. Well, deeds. Gimme.
Well, we will, but once again, we got fellow Nerd Monkey, Hard Bean. Welcome aboard, bro.
Hey
Hey guys, glad to be
So-
back.
Right?
So we have a lot to recap. 2 weeks
Oh my
worth.
god, we totally
Not a lot of
do.
time. So,
We have all the time in the world. It's called the interwebs. Get over it.
well, we're gonna put the pedal to the metal and floor this sucker. But
All right,
first,
well, let's jam on QuakeCon then.
yes, QuakeCon 2012. Awesome. I gotta say, it did kind of start off on a bad foot.
I heard a few things. Okay, what were the bad parts?
Okay, bad part was they over-reserved the BYOC. Last year they did 30%. This year they did 70%. So that left only 30% of all BYOC seatings. By the way, BYOC means bring your own computer.
Right.
They only left 30% for the first come, first serves, those that didn't reserve.
Oh.
So, needless to say, that left a huge line of people waiting to get in.
Well, okay, how many people were actually camped out in the atrium?
We're talking about close to 500.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not joking. The line was long. It started from the registration area in the
Right.
way back of the hotel.
Yeah, I remember.
All the way to the front lobby.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That is the longest hallway in the world.
Yes.
That's probably literally some nerd rage.
Dude.
Yes, there was some nerd rage. But it wasn't all for loss for these people. Some of them, half of them stuck it out, and they were able to get in.
The computers in the hallway?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, some people already had their computers fired up. They were playing their Xboxes.
No kidding.
I'll tell you what, these guys were true campers.
Wow.
So, I give them major kudos. But besides that, the BYOC was still great. The event was still great. John Carmack started off I'll tell you what, he started off on the right foot. The first thing he did was apologize.
He did, and I sat there and I listened to the stream because you sent me the link for it. Went right when the leave went right.
Yep.
And you sent me the link right when the feed went live, and he was actually apologizing for the overage and for the uncomfortableness of everybody that stopped but didn't get a seat.
But not only that, he also apologized for Rage. And for those that didn't get a chance to play it, Rage was hyped, but it didn't meet the expectations.
Yeah, much like Brink.
Right. So, he came out, and for a developer, and not only that, a head developer like him to come out and apologize for that, major huevos.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Kudos to him. But overall, awesome event. A lot of tournaments going on. World of Tanks, High-Res Studios. High-Res Studios was there with Smite. Got beta keys. And heck, we even handed out 2 beta keys this week.
Congrats. Yes, we did. Yes, Braun and Captain Phil were actually the recipients of those beta keys. Congratulations, guys.
Yep. And so we still got one more beta key, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Well, what really surprised me about the whole QuakeCon tournament thing is they actually chose a free-to-play game as their tournament, lackey.
Well, they've always done that with the Quake Live.
Well, Brink was certainly not free-to-play.
Yeah, no kidding. But there was a lot of tournaments going on, and that was one of the best things about it. Cybersports Network, CSN was there.
Right.
I got to do a quick demo of Dishonored. Very
nice.
Very great looking game.
Okay, what we all want to know, were the Tribes girls there?
The QuakeCon girls were there.
Very
the Tribes
nice.
girls were there as well, and
very nice.
Looking just as smashing as ever.
Very cool.
Lots of free stuff was given away.
Oh yeah, what kind of swag did you get?
Well, I did get some swag. I got a couple of shirts, got a cup, got a pen.
Nice.
All I left with is the pen. My backpack got stolen at QuakeCon.
What?
Yeah, so I lost out on some shirts, and I even got one. Glitch was there, and you know me, Barbie. I
Yeah,
always
I
buy a
do.
shirt from Glitch,
I know.
and I found one that was perfect. It says, "Keep calm. I'm not a moron," and it was from Portal.
Nice.
But it got stolen.
Oh.
So IR sad panda, but life moves on.
Right.
But
Do
still,
they have your info so they can call you if they find it, like on the off chance or anything?
yeah, left it with the people from QuakeCon as well
Okay.
as the hotel, but
All right, cool.
they no such luck as of yet. But anyways, I mean, just really, really great. I mean, ton more vendors than any of the previous years. So look for next year.
Who was there and who wasn't there? Ooh.
Okay, who was there?
Right.
Adam Sessler was there.
Really?
He was part of a lot of the panels. They had some great stuff going on.
Well, yeah, and that's why the QTQ was like such a big deal.
Yes, the Quake Done Quick was really great. And also, Barbie, one of our favorite group of people was there.
Who?
Master Pancake Theater.
Oh, what did they do this year? What movie?
Okay, for those that have never heard of Master Pancake Theater, this is like the equivalent of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes.
These guys tear apart movies, but they do it for your enjoyment.
And last year was Twilight. It was epic.
I can honestly say I've never watched Twilight, never thought I would ever sit there and watch Twilight. I watched Twilight with these guys ripping it apart, and I almost peed my pants.
And every time that they did a close-up on the eyes, we had to scream a tagline. It was hysterical. And you've got like 1,000 people screaming this tagline every time they do a close-up on the eyes and there's a dramatic moment. Which for Kristen Stewart, the girl of no expression, that was like every other scene.
This year was Back to the Future.
Nice.
And I will say this, I was apprehensive about it.
Why?
But you know what? They did a great job.
Well,
they really did.
What was the thing this year that they had to focus on?
It was basically, Back to the Future was one of the first movies to really showcase items as far as like pushing it out there.
Oh, right. Product placement, right?
Yes,
plugging.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so anytime we saw the Nike shoes, and it had to be clear, we had to scream, "Fuck my mustache." Don't ask me where that came from. I was just like, what? Really? But everybody wanted to. I was like, okay.
My mustache?
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. I would have been on board with that. What about you, Bean?
I would have been all for it. I would have had to say goatee. I mean, I've got a goatee.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I could have been there for that.
Yeah. And even Saturday night, still awesome. I stayed up until like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no.
In the BYOC. So needless to say, Sunday when I came home, I was rather tired.
Yeah, I didn't hear from you for like 12 hours after you got home. You just like crashed.
I was comatose. 4 days of pizza, energy drinks, balls was there.
Balls. Oh, give me balls. I love balls.
They even had their snowballs.
Nice. Did they have the mints again? I loved those.
Yes, they had the mints.
Nice.
But you know what? Major improvement over last year. Barbie, you remember this. Getting food at the QuakeCon was a royal pain.
Oh my God, it was a pain because A, it was so far away from the BYOC. B, they treated it like it was a 5-star restaurant. And C, they had nothing for people that don't eat red meat.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
This year, major improvements. The area right behind the behind the registration area.
Right.
They had trucks there.
What?
Pizza Hut. They had a little Vietnamese truck.
Are you
They had
kidding
a New York deli truck.
No.
They had another truck called the Butcher Son. Now this I want to focus on. Butcher Son, these guys had the best sliders and burgers you will ever have.
So the hotel didn't supply any of that? They brought outside vendors?
Yes, they brought outside vendors and they were reasonably priced. I mean, it was great.
Okay, so how much would you have paid for like 3 sliders?
3 sliders, I think I paid like about $8.
Huh.
But these were like really. First, I was apprehensive about the price, but
All right.
when I had about 10 people tell me, "Go eat from these guys,"
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'll spend the money. I visited their truck 4 times during that trip.
Oh my god.
Now you know me. I save up money so I can go out to eat when I'm on this
right.
trip.
I know. Yeah.
These guys were worth the money.
I'll be danged.
I mean, when you can eat a slider that's called the Mac and Beefy.
Wait a minute. What mac and beefy? That sounds kind of kinky.
It, bow, bow, wow.
Sounds like 2 guys in jail you don't want to meet.
This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
It was a slider on a brochette bun, beef brisket, and a square of baked macaroni and cheese.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding, and that was delish.
And that was
awesome.
just one that you had?
That was just one of them. They had another one called the Southern Hospitality, which was basically fried chicken,
Right.
Instead of chicken fried steak,
Right.
the white dinner gravy, and garlic mashed potato spread.
Oh, that sounds amazing, actually.
It was. And then, I had a traditional meatball slider, which was Italian meatball, cheddar cheese. I mean, it was great.
Nom, nom, nom.
Yes. So this year, there were some bad sides to the event, but a lot of positives. So
Okay, I have to know. Did they let Steelcase come back?
no, SteelSeries was not there. Thank you. This is just quick rant. I bought a keyboard from them last year.
Me too.
Didn't last no more than 9 months. Started
What?
causing major problems. So ended up buying a $50, Microsoft keyboard.
How's that working out? Is it better than the SteelSeries?
Better than the SteelSeries. I mean, I mean, you know me. I'm a bit of a tech guy, so I always have different stuff laying around. So I've got my Logitech G13 to kind of compensate for the Merc Stealth, how it had that extra section for the keyboard.
Right. Oh, you know what you should do is you should link our listeners to the video of you killing my keyboard after I bought a SteelSeries last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'll definitely put that on the Facebook page for everybody to see.
Right, upload it to YouTube too. Awesome.
It's already on YouTube.
Are on our page?
No, not on our page, but it's already
Yeah,
the
you have
video's
to
up
put
on
it on the
YouTube.
Nerd Nuke. Yeah, that would be awesome.
So, but enough about QuakeCon. It was great.
Well, I mean, to get down to the brass tacks, you had a really great time despite all the problems.
Yes, definitely.
Good to hear.
Looking forward to next year. Okay, so bit of old news on this. Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay.
Okay,
I know you've been trying to get me to play this for I don't know how many months.
Yes, and guess what? Soon
What?
you won't have an excuse anymore.
Why? I'm not buying that game. I'm not playing it.
No, you won't ever have to buy it.
Why?
It's going free to play.
You lie.
I'm not lying.
You
it was
lie!
announced. It was announced last week.
Where was I?
You did not want to listen about it.
Oh, that's right. You've been trying to tell me for like a week.
You're like, no. Wait for the episode. Wait for the episode. I want to hear it.
It's free to play. You're kidding me.
Not free to play right now.
After-
Right now, it's currently free to play up until level 15.
Okay,
However, come this fall, no date, a date pending,
Right.
it will be officially free to play. Everything currently available will be free to play. Any content afterwards, you will have to pay for. But it sounds like they might adopt a similar model to Sony Entertainment as far as some of their games like DC Universe. It's free to play, but if you don't pay a subscription, you have to pay for the DLC and some extra bonuses.
Yeah, but still, I don't have to shell out $79, to get the game.
Right. And it looks like their free-to-play microtransaction currency is going to be called cartel coins.
Ooh.
And if you still subscribe, you'll get an additional catch of cartel coins each month. So,
Okay, so every time that they charge you for your monthly subscription, you also get a big bag of cartel.
yes.
Nice.
So, they're definitely making sure that they want to try and influence people to continue to subscribe. At the same time, they're going to be providing those options. So it's definitely going to be a wait and see. I'm
Well,
excited for it.
so basically I've got 15 levels to decide if I like it or not, have the opportunity to subscribe. If I don't, then I'm not out anything.
Exactly.
Very nice. Okay, I can dig that. But it surprises me that I mean, less than a year since they released, they're going, free to play up to that many levels. That surprises me.
Well, to be honest, Sony Online, when they launched DC Universe, didn't take them that long, and they went free to play real quick.
Okay, fair enough.
And since then, they've been making more money.
Right.
The free to play model is actually showing that it's well worth it. And to be honest, it might be something worth that World of Warcraft might have to look into, considering this news.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Dun.
Yeah, subscribers, they've dropped below 10 mil.
That surprises me.
Yeah. It looks like but they're saying that they're expecting subscriptions to boost once Mists of Pandora comes out, but they did come out and say, hey, it's confirmed we're below 10 mil.
I know, but do you think people are really going to sign up just to be a panda?
Who knows? But
Subscribing.
But World of Warcraft is still one of the biggest MMOs out there.
That's
it is
true.
the biggest
So even a little dip is still not going to, significantly harm them.
They're so far on a 2 million and continuing decline as far as subscriptions. So,
ouch.
Yeah, it's kind of a wait and see. But also, this doesn't help as well. It was announced via email from Blizzard Activision that Battle.net was hacked.
Oh,
yes,
no.
They have joined the "We've Been Hacked" train.
Oh no! What kind of information did the hackers get?
Well, right now they're stressing, please change your password, and you may have to redo your authenticator.
Okay, well that's not horrible, but I mean, as long as they didn't get the payment information.
Well, yeah, they didn't say that payment information was gotten into, but they did say that illegal intrusion into its network during which email addresses and encrypted passwords were accessed.
Ooh.
And now this is for the majority of North American servers. So, yeah, they may have even gotten access to the secret questions for the accounts.
No. Oh, that is not good. That is so not good.
So, if you've got a Battle.net account, I suggest you get off your duff and go fix it.
Yeah, do it right now, guys.
Once they realize they've been hacked, they should just default reset everything. I mean, just make it to where nobody can get in, so everybody has to re-log in.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea, but what if somebody, doesn't log in for a certain amount of time because they're on a break and they deactivate the account?
If they were on a break, it was going to get deactivated anyway.
Well, I guess. True.
But I know a couple of games have already done that when they suspected being hacked. So, hopefully they don't screw this one up. We don't need another Sony incident. Then it'd be more lulls for us.
Right.
But, okay, so you were telling me about BioShock a little bit, but I didn't catch the full thing. What you got?
Oh, yeah. So we've got a BioShock Infinite update. If you remember, we were talking about that last time. We basically talked about the swag that you could purchase, the limited edition items, that kind of thing, and that it was going to be released in February 2013. Big announcement is that they're cutting the multiplayer mode on it.
Say what?
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good thing.
Well, I was going to say, I really can't complain because I never played the BioShock series. Right. But I did hear some grumbling about the BioShock 2 multiplayer.
So, with BioShock Infinite, they're pulling the multiplayer aspect because they don't think that it should be a basic element of the game. I mean, they've actually had their production department, the programming department, they're basically at war as to whether or not the multiplayer should have even existed. And at this point, the majority rules, they want it pulled out because they don't think that it's true to the game.
So in other words, they'd say stick to the root, which was always the single player, the campaign version.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it had such a solid story that pulled you in, and then the multiplayer was just it was a hack. It was just somebody threw together just to have it.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, you are stuck on, Delta, you're stuck on the big daddies, you're stuck on the little sisters. To have somebody else, running around in your game, mucking things up, and maybe, sort of siphoning the story off of your own, just doesn't seem very appealing to me. So I'm glad they got rid of it.
Well, it
I'm
sounds like
still looking forward to that one.
Yes,
Well,
I
it
can't
sounds
wait
like
for
a
it to come
happy
out.
ending for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was something that, my eyebrow got raised over when I first heard it, and I wasn't sure it was going to go over well. And to be perfectly honest, I'm happy they pulled it.
Well, that's
Definitely.
good. Glad to hear some happiness, and we'll continue that happiness with this bit of news.
Ooh.
And Barbie, you even got to experience some of this
Yes.
happiness earlier today.
What's that?
Firefall beta update. Now, for those that do not know, Firefall is an up-and-coming free-to-play MMO first-person shooter.
Yes.
I was lucky to get into the beta back in June, and I can talk about it because they've been wide open about the game. They really did not want to have an non-disclosure agreement about this,
Right.
so you can find all types of streams and videos about this game.
And not only has he been playing the beta since June, he told me to check my email today, so I logged in and I saw you've received a beta key for Firefall.
Yes, the devs have been working on what they call the milestone update. So basically, they've taken all the feedback from players since the game's been in closed beta.
Well, did
All
they
the
send out
feedback
a
from
survey to you
players.
guys?
Huh?
Did they send out a survey to you guys?
No, they've been actually. I mean, you'll see them posting on the beta forums. There's even a
Oh.
beta feedback site where you go and plug in, like, hey, I'd like to see this, or I want to see this change, and people can vote on it. Like, the
Oh.
community is actually active in this. But, anyways, they took all this collective data, balled it up, went back to work, and they have redone Firefall. The game is more skill based. The
So
game is
that
more fast paced, and
so
not as fast
me
paced like Tribes.
right, right. So me getting this beta key is like beta point two.
Correct. Um,
Gotcha.
they ditched the medic, brought in the biotech.
Oh, good. I didn't want to
So
be. I'm always a medic in the games because I'm just that good at it. So
But you're so good at handing out band-aids
I know,
and
right?
morphine.
um,
Heal me, buff me.
so with a lot of changes also came, you know, another thing with Firefall is that it is a massive sandbox open world game. You have no idea, Barbie. When you see this, when you finally get in game, you're going to be shocked. Um, they've increased how much of the open world is actually open. You know, so you'll get to see that. Um, but not only that, they've just made so many major improvements to the game
See,
to
and
where
that's what really impresses me is because the first beta wave saw 500,000 players. So they've taken all of that feedback from all of those players from the first wave and incorporated it into the second so that I could have like a better gaming experience.
well, not only that, take that 5,000 and give that
500,000.
yeah, give each player 2 beta invites.
Oh, wow.
Right, every single person in the beta has 2 invites. I've already used one, so guess what, listeners? That's right. We have
We're
another
giving
beta
another
key.
we're
We
giving a
have
beta key
another beta
away.
key for giveaway. We have a
Nice.
Smite and we have Firefall beta. But you know what? It's time to bring out the big news. All
Uh-oh.
right?
Even bigger news?
Yes, bigger news. Not only that, we have a Mech Warrior Online beta key.
Oh my god.
And
I might have to fight Bean for that.
this is going to be this is going to up the ante. Next weekend, PlanetSide 2 is having a beta weekend. 3 days. We have a beta key for that as well.
Oh my god. And don't you have Tribes Gold as well?
Yes, we've got. I have right here in my hand.
It's like the Ginsu knife. It just keeps stacking stuff
I
on.
know. It's like, but wait, there's more.
Yes, I have 1,000 Tribe Ascend gold to give away. So, here's how we're going to do this. One item, however, is on a limited time frame. So, For those wanting the PlanetSide 2 beta key, you have until Wednesday to do this. We're going to do a live stream in which we're going to announce the winner. So if you want the PlanetSide 2, or actually if you want any of the beta keys, you've got to list the game, and then you got to say why you want it. It can be honest, you can be original. I'm going to tell you now, you do something to get our attention. Give us a reason why you want it, and it's got to grab our attention.
When you grab our attention, I am going to handwrite all of your responses, put them on paper, put them in my cleavage, and draw as if I were drawing them from a hat.
All right. We will accept responses via our Facebook page, facebook.com/thenerdnuke.
Also YouTube as well.
Yes. Comment on this video and explain why you want it, or twitter.com/nerdnuke. So you've got 3 avenues, 3 chances to tell us why you want one of these beta keys. The runner-up, the one that we didn't quite get the beta key, but we think deserves something, will get the 1,000 gold for Tribes Ascend.
Well, I would like 1,000 gold, please.
You must compete.
Oh my God! You're gonna make me compete for my own giveaway?
Make you compete. All right,
Just
so
save yourself some hassle. Just give it all to me.
Yeah. I just want one. You got a handful. Give me a break.
No, y'all. You cannot has that easily.
Oh.
So there you have it, guys. Chances to win some cool stuff. So we can't wait to see your responses.
Yeah, we definitely look forward to going through them, and I will definitely get my best push-up bra for that one.
Oh, you're seriously?
There's a not best, there's a second best, and
There is. Oh my God! If you guys only knew about girls and their bras. I mean, you've got the really fancy, lacy Victoria's Secret ones for.
yeah, my girl's got a fave, and it looks like crap.
Exactly, and then
Not flattering at all, but it's comfy. It's so comfy.
It is. There are degrees. You nailed it. We've got the sexy Victoria's Secret ones for when we know we're gonna get a little bit bow chicka bow wow, and then we've got the everyday ones, which are utilitarian. They're white cotton. They're nice. Or pink cotton. They're just everyday. And then you've got the ones where it's laundry day and you have nothing else to wear except the one that's falling apart. But we won't tell you is that secretly
the spare.
That one's our favorite.
Yeah, I threatened to throw the favorite away.
Don't you dare! Oh my God. Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
No, that's
it's
forbidden.
Amazing the topics that we bring up here.
But it's so true. I mean, you guys are getting a little insight to the female bra situation. I mean, yeah, that's pretty sacred.
Well, I do know that you were one to give me a little bit of info on the Dark Souls, even though I don't play those games.
Yes. Nice transition, by the way, because that's totally related. Bras and Dark Souls.
For some women, it fits.
Oh my God. Okay, well, speaking of Dark Souls, we are going to talk about the Prepare to Die PC version. This is going to be released on August 24th, and I, for one, absolutely cannot wait. I have spent months and months and months watching my boyfriend work his way and absolutely achieve platinum status with that game on the PS3. And it was hard. It was tears and screams and laughs, and it was wretched and it was awesome. But seriously, this is not a game for the rage quitters. If you have a tendency to rage quit, please do not get this game because you need to. It should, yeah. When it says prepare to die, it really means that. The bosses are ridiculously hard. And the challenges are, very, very daunting. And if you want, I can give you some pros and cons because I've actually taken a look at the new one for PC. Pros, it's made for PC. Hello. Steam has finally announced, I've been waiting for them to announce this, that it's going to be controller based. It's not going to be keyboard and mouse. So if you're proficient with Xbox 360 controller, you're going to be fine with this game. If you're completely dependent on your keyboard and your mouse, prepare to be disappointed and prepare to die. There is going to be a multiplayer option, which means that if you're stuck, if you're having a problem, you can go online and somebody can, jump into your game while you still maintain your primary game and help you out with a boss or, help you through a mission or a quest, that kind of thing. And also, everything is pretty much true to the console version. You've got the bonfire. You've got the capability to switch between human and the dead, of course, your zombie, that kind of thing. But the big thing is the cons. The multiplayer option hasn't yet addressed invading when online. So if you're jumping into the multiplayer to help somebody out, or let's say your friend, your buddy, your girlfriend, whatever, if you're jumping into multiplayer to help them out, they haven't addressed whether or not when you're helping, your friend, if you can get invaded at the same time, which would be kind of inconvenient and a little detrimental to having multiplayer. For me. Cons, again, those not used to controller playing are going to have, a really high learning curve, especially if they're not console players. A couple of things that were released in the last few days. The frames per second for the game is stuck on 30, and they capped it on purpose. They haven't really given a reason why for that. Also, another scratching your head moment is the frame buffer has been locked at 720p, and this is regardless of what resolution the game is played at. So you can set it to whatever resolution that you want. It's only going to play at 720p.
That's going to suck for a lot of hardcore gamers who like to get that, the major graphics, the best that they can.
I know, exactly. I mean, you put it on, the highest setting possible, and it's still only going to set, at this, mediocre, yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
But one of the weird things that I noticed, I was just doing a little more research. On July 26th, Dark Souls doubled in price for our gamer brothers from another mother down under. It went from $39.95 to $69.95 in Australia. And
What?
yes, and they didn't offer any explanation for the increase. It's like Namco Bandai. Why cut the Aussies some slack?
Mean assholes, that's what.
I couldn't believe it. They still don't know why. I mean, all inquiries made to Namco Bandai have been completely ignored. There's been no response whatsoever. So they
Sounds
don't
like
know
Namco
why.
Bandai said, no, you.
So yeah, it's kind of a Okay, so basically, I am looking forward to Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition, and I've already pre-ordered it. So, have you guys? Are you guys looking forward to it? Are you and Bean even thinking about getting it?
You know me with, games like this. No. I played Doom 3 and I'm like emotionally scarred. Come on. I mean, heck, they're coming out with Doom 3 BFG edition. I'm like, oh hell no.
Right.
Well, yeah, I like to shoot stuff.
Well, it's shooting. This is not shooting, Bean. This is absolutely not shooting.
Well,
This is.
I think he kind of got his answer then.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it doesn't suck.
No, it's not going to suck. There, absolutely nothing related to Dark Souls is going to suck. It's not possible.
It does look cool though. I mean, it's one of those, if Steam does one of those crazy sales, they're gonna lure me into it.
Right. Well, I mean, it's visually stunning. I mean, like I said, I've put in quite a few hours, watching Tim play this, and it's absolutely fascinating. I mean, I was immersed and I wasn't even playing.
Now, something up your alley, and speaking about sucking.
What?
I did not mean that. I did not mean it in that fashion either. Sorry. Wow. I just opened up my mouth. I heard something about Walking Dead, and you might know something about this. I've heard some complaints about apparently a Walking Dead social game.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So
Spill the beans on this one.
Okay, well, a few months back, after I had liked the AMC The Walking Dead page on Facebook, they sent us all messages saying, hey, would you like to be invited to play the beta the AMC The Walking Dead social game, which is, premiering on Facebook in a few months. Now, they didn't say exactly when it was going to be released, but it got released this week, and everybody that had replied that yes, we'd like to be included in this beta got their invitations, and we're now playing this on Facebook. So yeah, the official title is AMC The Walking Dead social game. Woo, mouthful.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks. It does.
Like, how does it suck? Like, Farmville kind of suck?
It's a Facebook game.
Hey, to be fair, not all Facebook games are bad. I mean, I play Dragon City, and it does keep me pretty busy. I absolutely love it. But the thing of it is the Walking Dead social game is point and click, and point and click, and then point and click. It's not very interactive. Every time you want to refill your energy, you have to go to the store. You have to, stop your mission, go to the store, get your energy, go back, try and kill a walker. And the thing of it is when you click to pull back with your bat or your gun or your axe, and you go to, behead a zombie, it acts like it's going to be a power smash. You know how it like slow motion comes back and then lay the smack down, right? Well, that doesn't really happen. It takes forever to gear up, and when you actually when the hammer falls, it's not very impressive. So the zombie 9 times out of 10 will end up getting your brains, or chewing on you like a piece of jerky.
Oh, well, that's kind of retarded.
Well, yeah.
You play any zombie game, and right off the bat, you got no problems killing zombies.
Yes, you know that I'm like zombie whore extraordinaire,
Exactly.
Esquire. But the thing that I really liked and hated about the Facebook game is that the walker noises, the moans, the groans, the growling, the biting, the sucking, chewing, all of that does nothing but scare the bejesus out of me. It is so realistic, guys. Like I have
sound like real zombies?
Dude, it's like a walker is sitting over my shoulder playing the game with me. It's that realistic. I had to force myself to keep playing just because of the noises. They were that in my ear. I mean, I got a headset.
You were getting excited. You weren't getting scared. You were getting excited.
No. Oh yeah. Oh please, Mr. Zombie, take me, do me. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Oh baby. No, come on.
I didn't mean that excited, but now that you mention it, is there something you want to tell us? You want to share with the class?
I am not a zombophiliac.
That's actually necrophilia, but
yes, I know. But But no, it was so realistic. The noises were so realistic. I actually had to force myself to keep playing because all I wanted to do was, fight or flight. I mean, it triggered me so hard because of the realism in the noises. So
well, at least it kind of kept you into it.
Well, yeah, only because all I wanted to do was run away screaming. I'm rooting around on the floor for my backpack that's got my machete in it. I mean, for crying out loud. But, I mean, honestly, for a novelty game that you play for a week and then put down and never go back to again, sure. Give that app permission. But, I mean, if you're really hardcore zombie and you play it for an hour just to say you did and then, uninstall it, it's not that great.
Well, I guess that's another game for me to avoid on Facebook.
Right.
Speaking of the dead, Barbie, you sent me this link
earlier
this week, and we want to take a second because not only do we want to recognize a loss to the gamer and nerd community, but we got to give kudos to Gearbox for what they did. Barbie.
Yes. What happened is late spring last year, Michael John Mammarell was fighting cancer. But what's significant, even more significant about that is he was a Borderlands Destructoid fan, and he passed away at age 22. Now, his best friend Carlo was, of course, grief-stricken, didn't know how to honor his friend, didn't know what to do. So what he did is he emailed Gearbox, and he's like, is there anything you guys can do to, memorialize my gamer buddy Michael? And true to form, because Gearbox has stood up and acknowledged the gamer community and let us know that we are important, and they absolutely adore us. What they did is they had the voice of Claptrap record his eulogy.
But not only
So
that, they even made we will see John in Borderlands 2 as an NPC. Now,
exactly.
as Barbie said, this isn't the first time that Gearbox has recognized the gamer community.
No.
Gearbox even helped out an individual propose to his girlfriend with the help of
Yes.
Claptrap as well.
And
You
that
know,
was absolutely beautiful. It was so funny and amazing and shocking and wonderful.
yeah. So, I mean, for Gearbox to do this for John, I mean, I will sit here and admit when I heard the eulogy, I could not help but cry because not only are these guys, recognizing a life that ended well before it should have, they were also acknowledging, a life to be celebrated.
Exactly, exactly. And
You know,
and Gearbox goes above and beyond to really make sure that they connect with us and that they stay connected because they really do care about us and
yeah.
that's worth everything, honestly. That's worth everything to
I wonder if they
immortalize.
had any idea that their game would influence people and that their little claptrap character would be doing eulogies and wedding proposals.
I know, I know. It's like everybody going to a Comic-Con to go see Jean-Luc Picard and, having him say engage, when they propose to their girlfriend in line. It's that, that much of a, pop culture moment.
Yeah. A lot of developers, as well as, movie stars, artists, you know, a lot of those that have influence don't realize until it actually happens that something is brought to them that they see how much of an influence they have. And recently, a lot of developers and a lot of games have had influence in pop culture
Yep.
beyond what they could have even dreamed of.
Right. I
You know,
mean, you take a character and you spin it into a movie and you transition to a comic book, but the real connection is made when, a Facebook page or a website does, a collection of memes on that character or that franchise. That's huge.
big time. And I tell you what, for Gearbox to do this, I give them major props and I
Yes.
say thank you, Gearbox. But not only that, rest in peace, John.
Yes.
You are missed, but you will not be forgotten.
Absolutely. And Gearbox has made that possible. The Gearbox has basically made, Michael John Mammarell immortal. And, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Um. So, and speaking of closings, of
Ooh.
closure,
Okay.
we'll bring this on to happier news. We talked about this console before, the Ouya.
Oh,
Um,
right, right. Yeah, the app console.
right. Well, they had a Kickstarter. We talked about it. How they raised in
Hmm.
less than 24 hours.
Well, they wanted to
Or
raise a
sorry, not
million.
24 hours. A couple of days. They raised $1 million.
Right, right.
Well, the Kickstarter just officially closed, and
How they do.
$8.6
Oh,
million dollars.
oh
Holy
my God.
crap.
Oh my
They
God.
had a lot of sponsorship from and investors from some of the major developers. Banco, I know, is one of them.
Oh.
So, I mean, this looks promising. And I mean, Google's getting into it. I know there was a couple of game developers also looking into it. Red 5, the guys behind Firefall, who we talked about a little while ago. One of the developers even said that Ouya looks really promising and casts a lot of doubt on Sony and Xbox to be able to compete with this console.
Right, but that's so insane.
Well,
That like
Sony and
seriously?
Xbox have been on top for so long. It's about time for somebody to knock them over.
Well,
Yeah,
and
and
not only that, but you've got to figure that the teens and the late teens who can't afford the Xbox 360, who can't afford the PS3, they've already got the Android phones. They
hmm
already know how to work apps. This console is perfectly within their price range. They are
right,
going to rule the school with this.
I
and
think we're on the
even
downhill side of consoles now with, Android stuff, even iPhone stuff, pads of all sorts of shapes and
Mhm.
sizes.
right,
Mhm.
and it doesn't take much. I mean, look at the guys behind Angry Birds. It started off with a few guys. They built a small little game, a fun
And it
game.
it went viral.
so viral to where they are now like an official game studio,
Right.
and they're working on other games, and they've even branched out with the Angry Birds to where now they're Angry Birds in Space. I mean, that's just how the indie scene is working now, to where it's given everybody the opportunity to be that, type of studio or person to make a AAA game out of
Right.
nothing.
Right. Yep.
So
That still
definitely
just blows me away.
Go
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, damn right. But okay, things just popping up out of the air. This hit me and I could not believe it. But I tell you what, I heard a squeal
I'm sorry,
come out
I
of
have
Barbie.
to I have to interject about to come out there.
Damn it! I heard a squeal come out of Barbie when
About what? What did I do? What?
totally awesome. Does that ring a clue?
Whoa.
For anybody
no,
from the
no.
90s, you might
We made-
remember those catchphrases.
Yeah,
So
we made
great.
So great. Okay, we may be a little rusty, but honestly, we are not trying to do do Wayne and Garth. I swear to God, we're actually trying to do Bill and Ted. I know, wretched.
I know. Well, so it looks like Bill and Ted are going to come out with a third movie
I know. I can't believe it.
after
What?
all these years.
Yeah, we'll do. Okay, well, here's what's going on. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, not one, not two, but three. Dean Pariseau is set to direct it, and Keanu and Alex are coming back to once again air guitar their way into our hearts. Oh, yeah. And just to let you guys know, this is not a reboot. They're not remaking it. It's present day Bill and Ted. Seriously,
Oh my
like
God.
where are they now? Yes, it's present day. And like the first thing that came into my head was like, I wonder if they're still with the princesses.
That'll be something.
Seriously, I mean, the thing that really struck me about this, I mean, not only the nostalgia and not only the air guitars and the so crates and everything, like Bean said, but one of the biggest ingredients is going to be missing out of this, and that's George Carlin.
Yeah.
Yes. He was an amazing comedian.
And
I mean,
honestly,
I loved him to death.
yeah, dude, he was incredible. I mean, funny and wry and rude and awful and amazing. And his not
They'll
being
reference
here,
him somehow. They'll have to give homage to him.
I hope so. I hope so because him not being in this movie is bodaciously bogus. And honestly, if you ask me, it's just it's. I think if they somehow find a way to reference and tribute him, I think that would be great. But yeah, I mean, Bill and Ted 3. I wonder how many new comparisons are going to be drawn between the TARDIS and the phone booth time machine.
Oh dear God. I saw that shirt a while back that had Bill and Ted in the phone box, then the 11th Doctor, and I think it was Martha.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just ironic. I thought
I
that
know.
was.
I saw that too. I thought that was just hysterical. And you know what? There's a reason that came out is because they knew it was coming.
Yeah. Well, speaking about tribute,
Hmm?
Red Dawn. If you ever saw the movie Red Dawn back in the 80s,
Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me.
yes, they're rebooting it.
Oh God, why? Okay,
you know what? You know what?
What did
I'm
I say
actually-
earlier? No. No, what did I say earlier? It's like Hollywood has this 20-year timetable where as soon as something hits 20 years old, they decide they've got to freaking remake it instead of coming up with something new. What's wrong with you, Hollywood? Why make original
Because
stuff?
they know there's a whole new crop of babies that wasn't around 20 years ago that are going to like it again.
Then just re-release the DVD. I mean, really.
I kind of agree, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to it because, and it's not like we haven't seen read any book or seen any other movie or video game for that matter touch on this subject. And basically, what Red Dawn is, if you didn't see the 1980s movie with Patrick Swayze, it's basically about America getting invaded by China, and I'm not even sure if it's actually
Korea.
China.
Korea.
Is it Korea this time?
Yes.
Last
It's
time
the
it was
same
China.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the same movie. It was communist Korea.
Okay. Well, anyways, they invade the U.S. and take over a portion of the U.S.
Right.
Same thing this time around. This time it looks like to replace Patrick Swayze as far as his character. They
Which
brought
can't
in.
be done. Rest in peace, Patrick.
Hold on, no, I think this guy's got it, and we've seen him do
Oh my God,
some great work. Chris Hemsworth.
Blasphemy. That's like saying, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds, please be the next, Christopher
hell no.
Lambert."
Hell no, he'll never do that. But Chris Hemsworth, I believe he's got it.
Oh, come on. He is so unproven. He's so green. His eyes are green.
So unproven. He was Thor, for crying out loud.
I don't care what he was, but to step into Patrick Swayze's shoes and expect to command Red Dawn? Are you kidding me?
I think he's got it.
Oh boy. Oh.
Anyways, we'll find out.
Oh, come on. You know what, this movie has, Connor Cruise in it, Tom Cruise's son. Really?
Okay, I'll give you that one. I don't
That's
think
that's a
been in
dull
there.
spot. Yeah.
But I mean, it's also a lot of unproven talent, and they've got potential to make it big.
They have potential to just make the first movie, even better, because this is going to be so wretched.
No, whatever. Oh, ye little faith.
It does kind of polish the old movies when they re-release something and it just bombs. It makes the classic look even more classic.
It really does. So, on the one hand, yeah, this kid is never going to be Patrick Swayze. And on the other hand, it's only going to make, the King look even better.
I think he's got a potential. So, I mean, you can never replace the original.
No, you can't.
But
and
you can come damn near close.
Yeah, okay. Total Recall.
Nah.
Hey, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm hoping.
PG-13. It's ruined.
Yeah, I know. No
What's
three
the
boobs.
point? Where's the triple boob? I mean, seriously.
Okay, so I guess we can continue with some bad news then.
Please, just pile it on.
Okay, apparently it's being reported that Ben Affleck is gonna direct, possibly even star, in the Justice League of America movie.
Is this where you insert crickets?
Yes, it was. I do believe so, because I heard nothing.
I got nothing.
I know, I'm shocked. To be honest, I didn't think he did that good as Daredevil. It was a good movie. It was a good movie overall.
Are you kidding? Daredevil was one of the best, comic book adaptation movies of all time.
I just think they could have got somebody else to do Daredevil. I don't think Ben Affleck.
Okay, you know what? I mean, Devil's Advocate. Honestly, do you remember, Good Will Hunting?
Yes. Oh, come on.
Who directed
I love that movie.
Who directed it?
I'll give you props on that. Yes, that was Ben Affleck.
Okay, just because he's been out of the game and just because he was with that, crazy jiggly Latina chick, whatever her name is, J-Lo.
Jiggly Latina chick. I knew exactly who you were talking about with that reference.
Just because he was a Benifer or a Jenna Ben or whatever the hell he was, doesn't make him a bad director. It doesn't. Seriously, go back. I implore you to do this. Listen to me. Go to Netflix, watch Daredevil. Watch it with fresh eyes. That was not a bad movie. It really wasn't.
No, I liked it. I thought it was pretty solid.
Bad movie. I just said it was a good movie. They could have chosen somebody else to play Daredevil.
But it wasn't bad. And if you think about it, he already, got his stripes before he ever started, getting on the other side of the camera.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that much.
Thank you.
But I guess I'm just spoiled because after you watch Josh Whedon do some great work, you're like, why would you let any other person do comic book movies?
Fair enough. No, I'm with you on that one.
Josh Whedon has a way of performing the magic.
I love him.
Yes.
From Buffy to Firefly, I mean, seriously.
And speaking of magic, I'm throwing this right at you because guess what? Hobby time.
Oh, come on! Well, I guess we're talking about this. Cajuns decided to fuck me with magic. Great. Oh, God!
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
What game is that? I don't have that one. Is that on Steam? F me with magic. New downloadable content.
Vibrator mode.
I did not mean to say it like that.
The enhancement, it's expansion pack.
Oh god. Insights and fairies. Okay,
Oh
no,
my
I
god,
did
I
not,
can't breathe.
I did not mean to say it like that. Can we cut this? Are we cutting this part?
No,
Probably
no,
not.
hell no, we're not cutting this. Okay, so what she meant to say was that we're going to talk about her hobby, Magic the Gathering, which she has like gone bonkers over.
Okay. He sprung this on me. I did not know that we were going to talk about this, but yes, I have become addicted to Magic the Gathering. What happened is I was looking for a very friendly, low-key comic book shop in my area so that I could quietly and without fanfare get my Star Trek, Doctor Who crossover comics for the, duration of the run. And I wanted my A covers. And so I, went to these places personally and I visited them. There's like, 3 good ones here. Um, the last one I went to actually felt like home when I walked in. The first thing that caught my eye is that there is a TARDIS painted on and around the bathrooms. Yeah, that's the first thing you saw when you went in, and it's absolutely amazing. And let me tell you, it is bigger on the inside.
Nice.
But I walked in there, and I just, everybody was so friendly. I had already talked to a couple of people on the phone before I even got there, and they were so absolutely friendly. I ended up getting the Magic the Gathering 2013 deck building toolkit. I got 2 booster packs, and then I got 2 additional packs with 60 cards each in them. And you know what? You know what's really odd is statistically, you are only supposed to get a foil card once out of every foil pack, and I ended up getting 1 out of every 2. So I had a 50-50 chance with all of my packs of getting foils, and I am seriously loaded up on my foil cards. But anyway,
Nice.
I know. Anyway,
Yeah, good job.
thank you.
Buy me
It
some
was,
lottery tickets.
I know, right? I just seem to be, just sprinkling luck wherever I go.
You're
But
wearing your comfy bra and felt lucky.
I shouldn't be. But no, I mean Ashley over at the comic book shop. I mean, she helped me build my deck. She even helped me in my first casual competition, and I go over there now every Sunday, between 1 and 4, and hang out and most of the time I lose, but there are some really sweet moments where we'll bet for a foil card and I'll actually win, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this is
Now, hopefully you're not getting your ass kicked by 9-year-olds.
no. There's actually an age limit because we'll go next door to the barbecue place and grab a drink afterwards.
That's good.
Yeah, so there's an age
I'll
minimum.
yeah, I'll do some sharing because I used to actually be into the card games a
Well,
long
you
time
used to
ago.
play Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and I tell you
Mhm.
what, that was the most frustrating thing. I mean, I don't have a problem losing,
Right.
but I'll tell you what, when you deal with some of these little kids,
Oh yeah.
the thing with some kids is that they're brutally honest. And
Well, yeah, they don't have a filter. Mm-mm.
yeah, they don't. Their brain to mouth filter is like completely has not started working yet, and these little bastards will say just about anything, and it's like you just want to reach across and backhand them, but you can't because they're
No,
kids.
you can't.
So I'll tell
You
you what,
should, but you can't.
You
can't.
should, but you can't.
So I'll put it like this: it was like 3 months I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and after that, I sold my whole deck for like $50. I was like, I'm not gonna get the whole thing. Screw it, just give me $50. I'm done.
Right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I
But
was
no,
like,
I mean, my group is absolutely amazing. Everybody's very helpful. The one time we were betting for a foil card of mine against a foil card of his, and my deck, it was honestly, it really is luck of the draw, of course. But my deck was so amazing that he put down his cards, shuffled them up all nice and square, put them back in his box, looked at me, gave me a smile, grabbed the foil card, put it down in front of me, got up, he bailed. He left. He just left.
oh no.
He completely forfeited. But I mean, he wasn't angry. I don't think. But he didn't say anything. He just smiled, packed up his stuff, and he gave me my card and he left.
He went outside and cried.
Poor guy.
You bashed him. You took away his manliness.
I didn't mean to. I mean, that's not my goal. I just wanted to win that card. It was so pretty.
Well, all I gotta say is you better buy that guy a drink next time.
If I ever see him again, God.
Yeah, hopefully he hasn't stopped going to that comic book shop.
I know that would. Well, you know what? Honestly, it's not on me if he stops going.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna play in a win or lose kind of game like that, where the stakes are your own belongings, then you really can't be angry if you lose.
True.
That's the girl who just ripped this guy off his foil card.
Bean.
Some people's hobbies. What can you do? You know.
Right, exactly. And to just put a nice little bit, a cherry on top of that conversation or that topic. I did finally put in my first subscription to the comic book shop for my comics because I don't want to miss them. Yeah, I finally told them what ones I wanted. I wanted A covers, and gave them all the titles. And now I don't have to worry anymore whether or not I'll get them. And I have my own bin at the comic book shop.
Nice.
You're getting serious.
I know. Well, you know what? I just decided is like, you know what? I'm gonna be me now. And
Well, that's good.
me equals, comfortable in my own skin. I am a nerd girl. I'm a nerd gamer girl. It's all inclusive for me. So I'm just gonna be me.
Awesome sauce.
Thank you.
And you know what? I give major props to people that be who they are. Especially even when it comes to making a 135-pound Lego sculpture.
Are you talking about the Serenity?
Yes, I'm talking about Serenity. She posted this on freaking Nerd Nuke the other day on the Facebook page, and I almost my jaw dropped. I was like, "Where can I buy?"
Could you hear me squealing from
Yes,
5 states away?
Yes.
Just a recap. I kind of went. Ee! That's my excited squeal, just so you know. Yeah. Okay, if your eardrums aren't blown, continue.
Yeah, and she's referencing earlier when she literally almost blew my freaking eardrums out.
Well, then don't tell me that, don't tell me that Star Wars went free to play. It's so late after they announced it.
Yeah. So this guy used roughly 70,000 pieces to build the Serenity spaceship.
Wow.
I mean, this guy must have put in some time, but damned if I say that is awesome looking.
It's absolutely incredible. I want that hanging from my ceiling with, of course, reinforced beams and.
He must live near Legoland or something. I don't know how you get all those specific parts.
I know.
I don't know, but you know what? Hopefully Josh Whedon sees this and he smiles inside.
I know, right? I mean, look what he inspired. I mean, first of all, we already know how much he absolutely loves his fans. I mean, that was absolutely evident at this San Diego Comic-Con. But I mean, I'm absolutely sure that he's, gotten a warm and fuzzy from this. He's seen it. He has.
Oh yeah. And it's truly amazing to see what fans are coming up with as far as, Lego sculptures, cosplay, all types of stuff. It's
right,
truly
fan
amazing.
art, fan, books, everything.
Yeah. And speaking of books, we're going to transfer over to comic books. And this is about the only really bit that we saw. But, I mean, the moment I saw this, Barbie even saw this was like, shocker.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
They're relaunching Deadpool.
I know.
I mean, we already know that Marvel is looking at doing a reboot for a lot of their comics, just like DC did the New 52, which
Right.
I have to say I've been getting into those comics. Like I said before, Batman, Justice League, as well as Green Lantern, and I gotta say I'm loving it. I really am.
Right. Well, I mean, what this reboot is going to do is it's basically the first arc is going to see Deadpool taking on a mission from S.H.I.E.L.D. and doing battle with zombie versions of America's presidents. I mean, We knew the Merc was always fond of dead presidents, but not quite so literally.
Yeah, and if that wasn't enough, they're bringing in some, great comedian writers. Brian Posehn, Gary Dugan, and Tony Moore.
Right?
Tony Moore's going to do the penciling. So I'm just like, this looks pretty badass, you know? And, they had an interview with IGN. And after reading the interview, you definitely see that they're looking to continue to, they want Deadpool to have those lines
Right,
that
right.
are going to have you busting out laughing and leaving no doubt in your mind this guy is the Merc with the mouth.
Well, exactly. And what really makes me happy is that these guys are all getting, together, to basically collaborate, from their first comic, which was The Last Christmas, which was, you see, the cover is Santa in his sleigh, and there's zombie guts and bits all over it, and he's taking out a zombie, but he's also swigging on a whiskey too. It's just, I mean, what can we expect out of him except more, more hilarious,
Yeah, this is
scenes.
definitely going to be something worth seeing, and I can't wait to get a hold of issue
I know.
one.
Yes, and I, Cajun, remind me to put this on my subscription list, please.
Will do. Will
Okay.
do. And speaking of subscriptions, or more in this case, pre-orders,
Hmm.
I heard when you try to pre-order Dark Souls 2, you try to use Franc as payment.
Who told you that?
What the hell?
You don't know.
Ki-
You don't have
Kitty
proof.
is not currency.
You have no proof of this. You have nothing. And you have
I
your
got
your
a holes
argument
right
is
here.
invalid.
I got picture right here.
You do not.
Yes. Why
You
is
have.
he coming out of box?
Oh my god.
That is unfair. I'm taking you to court. I'm taking custody of Franc as of right now.
He probably loved it. Cats love empty boxes. They're
Oh
just
my god.
mesmerized by them.
For all you guys that can't see, we've got Frank is actually falling out of a box, and the caption says, "Pre-ordered Dark Souls, paid with cat. Steam, why you refund?"
She sent me this picture a while back, a couple days ago, and I couldn't help it. I was in the middle of work. I just bust out laughing. I was like, seriously? I mean, literally, I thought she was trying to ship him to Abu Dhabi or something.
What? Why can't we pay with cat? Why not? I mean, he's amazing. He's like the best kitten in the whole world.
Yeah, but still, you don't give up Franc.
Well, I knew he would come back. I mean, don't they always find their way back home when they're lost?
That's something you would do to a cat like Normal. Come on.
You could go. You could go work at a shelter and have all kinds of games.
I know, right? You guys are
Wow.
terrible.
The new
Oh, found
currency.
a home for another one.
The new currency. Pets.
No. Frank is actually next to me, next to my chair. No, I'm not giving you away. I promise. Tim would kill me.
He's probably got that look like, you better not, bitch. Oh my god.
Who's gonna give me my meow mix?
So I mean, honestly, I have to ask: is this what it feels like to, be away for 2 weeks?
Yes. We sit here and we end up talking, with like no filter, no time limit, no nothing. We had a lot to catch up on though.
Damn right. And I mean, to be honest, just I don't know if I could ever do this again.
Well, is it good to be back?
Yes, it is great to be back.
It's good to have you back. Good.
Yeah, and it was great to, see a lot of my friends that were there down in QuakeCon. But you know what? I missed you guys. I really wanted to do it from do it from QuakeCon. Wow.
I'm about to go bow wow.
Yeah, I really wanted to participate in the podcast from QuakeCon, but unfortunately, the internet was not as well as it should have been. So hopefully next year we could do it, but we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, next week we're back with a vengeance, back on our routine schedule. Don't miss us.
We'll have episode 7, and one thing for you guys to take away is, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home.
Damn right. We'll have beta keys to hand out. So stay tuned. Wednesday night. Keep an eye on our Twitter as well as our Facebook page. We will announce a date and time for the live stream.
Absolutely.
We'll be playing Firefall. So you get to
And
ask questions.
yes, and we'll also be playing possibly some Smite as well as some Orcs Must Die too.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. Be ready. And if you want those beta keys, comment. Tell us why you want them and which game you want.
Exactly.
Hardbeam Bro, thanks for chilling out with us tonight,
You
man.
are like our favorite
Yeah,
guest.
thanks for
Thank
having me.
you. Thank you so much for being on. We love it when you come on the show.
It's always fun. I'll wear my comfy bra next time.
Oh my god.
Gotta support the man boobs.
Oh my god, no moves on my show. Alrighty,
And on that
guys.
note, I
Yeah,
am
Barbie
Cajun.
out, guys.
All right, see you next week. And this is the Nerd Nuke signing out.
Bye.